Okay, girls, so we know that our bodies are a temple, and for a long time, I wasn't treating mine as such. I personally was just going through the motions, but I was really disconnected from my body and I felt very unrecognizable. Dropping 50 pounds wasn't the beginning of how I started. I started because I just needed to have a lifestyle change and do something different with my life. My life was very mundane, it was the same thing every single day. I was under a lot of pressure and stress, my cortisol levels were super high, and then I was fired from a job. When I ended up losing the 50 pounds, it wasn't this vanity thing for me. I realized that it was the thing that I needed in order to continue with a certain lifestyle that I was looking for. And that lifestyle came with peace. It came with less stress, girl, keeping my sanity, making sure I was healthy from the inside and out, and being able to do the things that I truly wanted to do without explanation or reason, girl. When I realized my true purpose and what I wanted to do in life, I realized that that came with being healthy, not only for myself, but for my family, for my husband, and the work that I do and who I'm wanting to present myself as. I knew that I had to take care of the temple that God gave me. So y'all know walking 10,000 steps was it for me. It was something that I didn't know would result in this sort of goal, but rather quickly, that's exactly what it did for me. But it wasn't just the 10,000 steps, right? This is an all-encompassing, overarching lifestyle change that I am promoting here. So with walking 10,000 steps a day, I also made sure that I poured into my body, made sure I was getting the proper nutrients, supplements, and things that I really needed in order to aid in greater success, which yielded the 50-pound weight loss, girl. So basically, I'm going to get into and break down what that looked like, what supplements I was taking, what things I was doing, because a lot of you ask me, and I didn't want to come out with this video first. I wanted to wait a little bit. So I wanted to make sure I had all of my supplements here with me today so that I can show you guys what I am doing and taking in order to help. And these things help me just feel energized, helps me to feel strong and just overall better in my body. Now, of course, there's always a disclaimer. Always seek a doctor, always talk to a professional about these supplements that are getting ready to share with you, or some of the routinely things that I do day to day. I don't want to steer you in a direction if you're unfamiliar with these things, but I do want to educate you that there are other remedies out there to help you if you are someone that is struggling. So with that being said, let's now get into it. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is what I take in the morning is this right here. It is a bone broth. This is from Butcher's. I picked this up from Costco. I have tried several different bone broths in life. They're not made equal. You don't want to take bone broth because it tastes good. You're just taking it for health benefits. I found the ones that don't taste the best are probably better for you. I like this one just because it is organic and it has just literally organic chicken and organic carrots and filtered water. It provides 11 grams of protein per 1 cup. And again, you can take this in the morning. That's what I do. I make sure that I warm it up because it's best to me to drink it warm than it is cold. This one comes in a jelly form, as you'll see in like the little montage right here. So you actually have to warm this one up. You can't just drink it straight out of the bottle. So that shows you it's better for you warm. Some of the benefits of bone broth are gut healing. It has collagen in it. It's really good for just gut inflammation all around. So it's going to help with leaky gut. How many times am I going to say gut? But it's going to help your overall system stay intact. And I open my palate up with this as well as like a glass of water. These are the things I drink before having coffee, tea, etc. And I actually do this before taking my 10K step walk, because I do take my walks in the morning time, and I would never not have bone broth. I buy packs of these and I just really love it. Another thing that I take in the morning, you don't have to take this in the morning, but I do take this sea moss right here. This is this true sea moss. This is the gel form. As you can see, I'm almost out of it and I have more bottles just waiting for me. But yeah, this is the pineapple and mango flavor. You can get this. I'll have it linked. All of these things that I'm sharing with you guys will be linked in the description box, but I take 2 spoonfuls of this every single day. It's a non-negotiable for me. I prefer the gel over the pill form, but to each their own when it comes down to it. Sea moss has so many benefits. There are 92 of 102 minerals literally within this of things that your body actually needs. I actually have an entire sea moss video. I'll tag it here for you that I made way long time ago, even on a whole different brand. But yeah, if you're looking to get into sea moss, I would recommend this one. I have a lot of different ones that I do like. You could even make it fresh yourself. I could do a whole sea moss video again if you guys want, but I have found that sea moss gives me so much energy. It is ridiculous, girl. I can't explain the healing benefits that it has, especially when you take it daily. You could take it straight just out of the bottle. You could also warm it up and put it in tea. Like if you get the one that doesn't have a taste, I know that's kind of harsh sometimes, but if you warm it up or if you put it in your hot tea is what I meant to say, it will do just the same, and you won't really be able to taste it in tea. So that is a little tip. Yeah, it just does everything: multivitamin, thyroid issues, just helping with the flow of your overall body. Again, 92 of 102 minerals. You do the math there. It is an incredibly powerful thing that I have been taking for a very long time. Next, I take my vitamin D3. I have vitamin D3 because I was personally told that I needed to take vitamin D3. So this is something that you definitely want to check if you need this. Not every single person needs this in their system, but I was someone that did. And so this really helps overall with bone support, promoting muscle function, helping you with calcium absorption, and just making sure that you are okay. And so that is why I like this one. This one is for kids and pregnant women. I don't have either of those, but I do enjoy it because in my mind, that rings a bell that this is probably more gentle than some of the other brands, and the pills are actually really small, so they're really easy for me to take. That's another thing. I know a lot of people don't like when the pills are too large, but these ones are pretty small. If you guys can see that, I'll make sure I have it listed in the description box below as well, so you guys can get your hands on this. This is something that in the beginning I was taking every single day. I take like about every other day now because now my levels are so much better. Okay, so those I would say are like the morning things that I take and some of the things that I do. I also have things that I do more midday and then some things that I do at night. So midday, I like to take Slippery Elm. So this is the brand that I love. I really enjoy this brand now. They make a whole lot of different kinds of supplements, but this is the Slippery Elm. It's 400 mgs. I take 2 of them. I make sure I take it with food. That's why I take it at lunchtime and not in the morning, because y'all know I do a lot of fasted walks, then have a breakfast. So 2 capsules. This says 1 to 3 times daily. I only take it 1 time a day. This stuff, very, very powerful, works really quickly. I would say to test it, make sure your system can first handle it. The benefits of Slippery Elm is that it really helps the GI tract. It's going to help soothe the gut. It creates like a coating, a barrier, if you will. So you probably will notice that you may use the bathroom more, and that's all because it's working the way that it's supposed to work. Again, always check with the doctor. I'm never gonna tell you guys to just willy-nilly this stuff, but again, these are things that I have been taking that I have found really help me just to be much more effective in my walking journey, my weight loss journey, etc. Okay, the next thing I do use is chlorophyll. This is something that I know a lot of people may know about it, but I put chlorophyll in my water. So I actually do put this whenever I run out of water in my container. I just add more of this every single time. So I never drink plain water. I always add chlorophyll. I also add a little bit of like salt to my water as well for minerals. You can add a little lemon as well. That always works. This supports healthy skin. This supports body detoxification. So this is gonna help to keep you smelling fresh and good and make sure that your body is cleansing itself out in the way that it should. It supports lymphatic drainage and just really is going to help you while being on those walks, okay? Because we're walking girlies and some of us might sweat more than others, and that is totally fine. But as long as the detoxification of this is helping you, it's okay. Like I noticed my body just change overall from consistently drinking chlorophyll. And this is the liquid version again, so I poured in water. They do have pills if you prefer that version, but the liquid is just easier. If I don't have to go the pill route, I try not to. I have a lot of things that I take, and so anything I could take in a liquid version, gel, whatever, I will try to do that first and foremost. And so yeah, girl, these are some of the things that I take and have been taking for quite some time. I can do more another video that is more in depth if you guys want, so make sure you check the description box. Everything will be linked for you, okay? I'm talking about everything that you might be interested in trying out for yourself. Also make sure these things are third-party tested. If you go off and purchase your own from a different brand. That's the one thing I will tell you guys. Like, third party testing is something we always want to make sure of. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely leave it in the description box. Let's have some discourse, and I will definitely see you in another video where I hope to break down nutrition and the things that I eat very, very soon. But I just wanted to get this video out first because a lot of you guys have been asking, and I hope it helps. Love y'all, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, girl.